Bank Stadium in downtown Minneapolis. Today, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the New Orleans Saints and the Minnesota Vikings. Here's Will Lutz ready to get this one started. And we are underway from downtown Minneapolis. Kene Nwangwu now out of his end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. First play and a first pass for Cousins. And he's taken down here by the Saints. The start less than ideal as they already face a second and long. Another try after the first down sack. Cousins rolling to his right. That's caught by the tight end, Irv Smith Jr. This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6. Cousins now. That's complete to Justin Jefferson. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. A first down throw for Cousins. Complete. Smith has it. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 right at the 40. Again, it's Cousins. Open man, he's got Jefferson across the formation. And he'll be brought down at the 27. Cousins on first down. Another one on this play for Justin Jefferson. And they're going to get this down inside the 20. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Cousins. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And the Saints are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
Definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake, partner, because this is still a one-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent that pick from turning into points for the other side.
They start the drive on the ground. Kamara fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
2nd and 9 now from the 21. Jameis to throw it. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play. And it'll be a 3rd and about 13. Now that screen there on 2nd down certainly didn't develop how they had hoped. Is that one they should have even tried, or is that one the quarterback sticks in his pocket?
I think the latter. I like what you said there, because trying is one thing. We can second guess just about every call. But in this case, when you realize it is broken down, just throw it at the feet of your intended receiver so that no one can pick it off, right? You don't have the ball tipped up in the air, and you come back and try and pick up the first down on 3rd down. That way you don't lose any yardage.
Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. 3rd and long for Winston. Forced out to his left. And he's got the hook up to Landry. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13. Less than a minute to go here in a scoreless first quarter to this point. On 1st and 10, Winston. They'll get this out to Kamara. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. Well, we know he can run the football too, but he's a good pass catcher. That's been on display here, Charles, on this opening drive.
And we certainly have seen the benefits of what he did in the offseason, which was spend more time with wide receivers, working on routes, working on cuts, in order to make himself a more complete running back and even more of a threat downfield.
We're scoreless after one. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Again, it's Kamara. Down to about the 45.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Off the play fake, Winston. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. It's Cameron Dantzler who picks it. And the Vikings are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
Second down, they go right back to Cook. And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here. Off the play fake, Cousins. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
On 2nd and 10, Cousins. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
But there's an incompletion, partner, and the struggles through the air continue because so far their lack of passing production has led to a lack of points.
On 3rd down, Cousins. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And the Saints will take over here just shy of the 30.
So rare to see any quarterback toss back-to-back interceptions in the NFL, regardless of status or experience. Whether it's him personally or just the offensive game plan, I think this defense is reading something out there, and they're holding the upper hand.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
Kamara gets it again on 2nd down. 12 yards there, good for a Saints 1st down.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
So after the run by Kamara, now another 1st and 10. Running the jet sweep, Landry. And he's going to take this one down inside the 45. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. Two minutes on the clock in what's been a scoreless 1st half. On second down, Kamara. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
They'll try to throw now. Winston. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line. But once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Eluding the pressure right. Winston into the slide, and he's got a first down. A nice pickup of 17 yards.
Evident there that he learned his lesson from the last drive. No way he was going to force a throw that time. When nothing broke open, kept it, and ended up running for a first down himself.
Could we get a touchdown in this first half after all? It's 1st and 10. Winston now. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Chandon Sullivan. If you're a lover of offense, this has not been the half for you thus far. Luckily for me, though, I'm sitting next to a lover of defense, and we have had plenty of that, including that interception.
Yeah, and I mean, that still makes it a great game, doesn't it? Everybody talks about if the ball's not in the end zone and points going up on the board, it's not as much fun. I love these defensive battles. Something's got to give with these turnovers. Who can convert them into points?
The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
I'd say it's pretty good strategy. If you throw interceptions on back-to-back drives, let's see if the running backs can handle the ball a little bit, get things going. And also, you motivate your offensive line. I think they're in the mood to fire out and hit someone.
I thought the defense, though, might be a little more prepared for that run. Pretty good gain on the ground. On 2nd and 2, Cousins setting up the screen for Cook. And able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. No reason to do anything foolish as they'll snap it one more time on first down. The final second ticks by, and that's going to do it for the first half of play. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. So no scoring in our first half. What will the second half bring as we are now back underway? The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And we thought this game had the potential to be tight, maybe not this tight, scoreless as we start the third quarter.
And I love the way you use the word tight. I'm going to take it a little bit different direction here because it's not just tight on the scoreboard. I think both offenses have been tight in how they've played this game. No one's been loose. No one's been free. They've got to find a way to make some plays, and I don't think you do it if you're really tight in everything that you're doing in the game.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. To throw is Winston. He'll find his tight end. It's Adam Troutman. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
And the pressure gets there, and Winston goes down. Well, Zadarius Smith there getting in and bringing him to the ground.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
After the sack on first down, Winston, quick slant, that's caught by the 5'11" Landry. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on first down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at third down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Here's Winston. Escaping the pressure right. And it'll go right back to Landry. It's complete again. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there are very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
Making the stop there, Daniil Hunter.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Third quarter, all tied up. This is 2nd and 10. Here's Winston. The left side complete to Troutman. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
Winston. They'll roll him out right. Winston into the slide, and he's got a first down. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs.
It certainly appears that he's been able to get a read on how they've wanted to contain him in this game. He's seen some places where he can beat them in big spots, and right there, he slides in with ease for the first down.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. He'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line. From the 16, Winston. Flushed out right. And that would not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time is now run out on this third quarter of play. Now this drive, they're 2 for 2 on third down conversions, but they need 7 yards here. Winston. That's out to the flat for Ingram. That's going to bring up 4th down, only a gain of 2 there.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
And he pushed it from short distance, wide right. It's no good. And still nothing on the scoreboard. It remains a scoreless tie. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. In case you were wondering, last scoreless tie in the NFL, 1943, Giants and Lions. So here we are in the fourth quarter, nothing yet on the scoreboard.
Well, I've got a feeling, partner. I've got a feeling that this is going to be the drive. In fact, something big might happen defensively.
And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Cousins. Flush to his right. And this is going to be intercepted. And he will bring it back to the 4-yard line. It's such a costly interception, nearly a pick six, but now they're so close they are knocking on the door for a touchdown.
And I never want to get on any team for being aggressive because that's part of what their makeup is, and oftentimes it's successful. But in this case, you've got to be selective about it and make sure you take care of the football. That interception almost cost them 6 points. Now their defense has to run onto the field, probably giving the quarterback a few side eyes along the way. They've got to see if they can stop a score.
Kamara will score. Touchdown, New Orleans. Well, I think we both got to thinking the team that scores the first TD may be the one to win this football game, and here we go. Our first touchdown, and it comes in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, and it's a testament that both of these defenses were able to hold the line this long, but now, on the other side of the field, they've got to be thinking if they got it done, we should be able to punch one in ourselves.
Lutz with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And we've seen drive after drive come up empty for them, and they've yet to dent the scoreboard, yet still right in the middle of a one-score game.
So this is where you absolutely have to forget everything that's happened in your previous drives. They don't matter right now. You just mentioned it. One-score game. This drive here can erase all of what happened previously.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now Cousins. Open here, Adam Thielen. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. And 22 more yards there and another first down. Cousins. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Well, I think we were both wondering if we were going to see them try and push it deep downfield, facing a one-possession deficit late, and they certainly didn't disappoint. They gave it an effort.
On 2nd down, Cousins again. He'll take a shot for the end zone. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. Adam Thielen, 35 yards. And the Vikings are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the fourth. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this fourth quarter to try to grab that lead back. Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Throwing, Winston. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
Getting down to the good stuff, all tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Winston to give. It's Kamara. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. 49 yards on the ground for him so far.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. They run it again with Kamara. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
Short gain last 2 plays. Who do you think's excited about that?
Absolutely. This defense, they're saying go right ahead with those. Kamara up the middle. Shoves him away. Oh, he's got some breathing room. There he goes, right side. Touchdown.
You should never celebrate too early, bro. Don't do that, bro. Still time on the clock.
Second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Saints strike quickly to take the lead here in the 4th. Lutz good on the extra point. And that makes the score 14-7. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
As the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments to prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively.
So the completion good for 6 yards. And now it's 3rd and 4. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays.
He's got a man complete. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 27-yard line. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Cousins. Throwing left sideline complete. That's Osborne. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7. But first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. Nothing on 1st down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line. 2nd and goal. Now Cousins. And it's caught. And he is across and in for the score. And now they can tie the game in the final stages with the extra point.
Or they can go for 2 and go for the win.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we may very well be headed to overtime. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started.
And Charles, obviously not much time left. I'm curious to see if there's enough for them to get into field goal range and try to win this thing.
And partner, you and I both know the safe calls to kneel and just take it into overtime. But it's also very tough to pass up a chance to win it right now as well. But remember, if you do attempt that, it's got to be a big play downfield and still leave yourself enough time to get your field goal unit out there and kick for the win.
Here's Winston. He's got Landry. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they've put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Winston to throw. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock.
Incomplete pass there is probably the best scenario going because if he catches the football, clock's probably going to run out in that situation.
Now Winston on 4th down. It's complete. Kamara. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. And we've got free football. 4 quarters done, and we're dead even. We'll have overtime after this timeout. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
And no return here to begin the overtime session. That'll be a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And everyone knows the OT rules, Charles, but pretty simple formula. They go down and get a field goal, we continue play, but if they can find the end zone on this possession, ball game over.
And as meticulously as all teams plan for a game, I don't doubt for a second on that offense coordinator's play sheet, he's got some overtime plays that he wants to run. I know it sounds crazy, but they plan for everything. 1st and 10 all the way throughout the game, 2nd and 7, whatever. Right now, he's looking at that play sheet saying, if we get to overtime, what can we break out that they haven't seen?
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Another try after the first down sack. Cousins, that one into the hands of Thielen, complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. Opening drive of overtime, and now facing a 3rd down and 6. Big play coming up. From the gun, here's Cousins. Open man, once again it's Thielen. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Charles, you get into these overtime situations, that's not a bad guy to dial into.
Well, when you have to have plays, especially in a spot as you just described, we're in OT, you've got to go to the guys you can trust and you know are going to make the plays. Well, they say, it's not the X's and the O's, it's the Jimmies and the Joes.
On 2nd down, Cook. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. 48 yards rushing for him now as he is just trying to will his guys to an overtime victory.
Well, they've certainly been successful throwing it around in this game, and that's allowed them to move the ball on offense. But I've got to tell you, to watch them run the football and successfully, I'm not taking sides. But to see the ball in a running back's hands, oh, that's football for me.
And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
From the red zone now, Cousins.
Open man is Osborne. He's got it.
And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And the Vikings are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line.
They'll run with Cook. And he's into the end zone for the touchdown and the game winner in OT. We needed extra time to decide this one. The rushing score and OT finishes it off, but all throughout, really just a great game to witness.
I agree, and the whole time we were watching and working on this game, I had it in the back of my head. We could get to overtime. Just the way this game went, the ebb and flow of it all. And then to get there and finish it what I would call an old school way, a running play, because in today's NFL, we throw the ball to ring the bell, don't we?
Not there. They ran it in. And again, just a great, great game that we bore witness to. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. Second down, and it's Kamara again. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with third down now looming. Now a timeout called for by the offense. They'll be left with just one remaining here at OT.
Not a ton of room available on that one, but he made use of what space was available and gained decent yardage.
A man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Kamara again. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up fourth. Now a timeout called for by the offense. It'll be their second and final timeout, remember, here in overtime. We'll be back. What can Winston do in the OT now? And this is caught. He hits Landry. And he is going to have the Saints first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. Meanwhile, Winston's looking for Olave, and he's got him. And he will stop the clock as he gets to the sideline after a gain of about 10.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage because man coverage, they're typically running away from someone and not worried about traffic coming out on the other end.
And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. Little OT scramble drill that time, Mr. Davis.
And, partner, I can tell you from personal experience, nothing drives a defense crazier than having things covered and the quarterback takes off and picks up a first down or big yardage. Because whether you're in zone or man, it's easy to lose.
Oh, it's intercepted.
That's game. That's game.
It's Cameron Dantzler.
GG's, my boy. That's a good game right here.
The Vikings are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. So it's a win for the Vikings, and it was Kirk Cousins, the veteran, who really led the way.
Yeah, what struck me was how composed he was in the pocket. The numbers weren't spectacular. He had 2 touchdown passes, that's it. But he led his guys on some important drives when they needed it most, and they're going to come away with the victory.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. It's a win for the Vikings.